Hey guys, this is Southern California Comics Video Update. It's weekly. I'm Danny. Matt is not here. I am flying solo once again. That's okay. It's okay. I'm not offended. You guys know the score by now. Comics came out. I'm going to talk about them. Sometimes jets fly overhead. It's like the air show, but with paper periodicals. Yeah. First of all, Walking Dead number 128. I don't really read this comic anymore. I kind of stopped liking it. That's on me. That's not. You guys don't have to worry. This one just really caught my eye because I think it has a really cool cover. I mean, there's a zombie on it. How novel is that? But I really like how on right at the top they kind of changed up the design of the cover. It's got like a cute little blurb on top. After all this time, she should be more prepared. I think it's a good way to keep Walking Dead fresh, even though it's still the same thing that we're used to, for what it's worth. I ain't judging. I ain't gonna judge. It's fine. It's fine. Alright, brand new, number 1, as we say. Original Sins, number 1. This is not to be confused with Original Sin, which is the big crossover event. This is the tie-in to the crossover, which is pluralized, so you can tell the difference, which is kind of confusing, but that's how they want to do things. That's how they want to do things, I guess. So it seems like fun, because what they're doing is like a bunch of tie-in stories, different creative teams every time, different characters. This one's got Deathlock, the Young Avengers, and Lockjaw, aka the giant teleporting doggy. It looks pretty cool. The Young Avengers story is by Ryan North, who does Adventure Time, and it's drawn by Ramon Villalobos, who's just a really good artist. And there's a cute little Lockjaw strip at the end, so seems like cute stuff. Seems like a fun romp, as they say. Brand new from DC Comics, Forever Infinity Man and the Forever People, number 1. I was excited for this because if you guys remember the New 52, they came out with OMAC, which was also by Dan DiDio and Keith Giffen, and that was the bomb. I loved it. It was so much fun. It was the most fun New 52 book, which doesn't say much because a lot of the New 52 books weren't very fun. They were just kind of dark and edgy, but it was just fun, like Jack Kirby-esque like craziness, and this is more of the same from the same exact people. I read this very late at night a few days ago, so like it didn't make a lot of sense to me. Like it's like teens from New Genesis who are chilling on a beach house on Earth. Describing it to myself, it makes me laugh, so A+. And the art is cool and Kirby-esque, which is what I'm in for. It's well worth the price of admission. One of my favorite books coming out these days is All New Ultimates, the brand new Ultimate Comics series from Marvel. They're no longer the Avengers. They are a bunch of teens who fight street violence, mostly like high concept snake themed gangs. So it's way up my alley. It's got Miles Morales, Spider-Man, Cloak and Dagger. What's her name? Spider-Woman? I believe she was Spider-Woman, but now she rebranded herself as Black Widow, which is pretty fun. Kitty Pryde, someone named Bombshell, who I don't know if she's ever appeared before, but she's in this comic quite a bit, and it's pretty fun. And it's by Michelle Fife, who does one of my favorite comics, Copra, which hopefully you guys will find out about soon, because it is the jam. This too is good, and I like it a lot. And they fight gangs. And there is some kind of white skull. I think his name is Scourge. I don't really know. I didn't really follow Ultimate continuity very much up to this point, so I jumped in on this. You don't really need to follow it. It's just, I wonder if that guy's appeared before. I don't know. I feel like a new fan. It's invigorating, but it's good, and I like it. That was a number 3. Here's another number 3 in the form of Shutter, which is from Image Comics. It's by Joe Keatinge and Leila Del Duca, and it's really good. The premise is that it's about this young woman whose dad was like a really great explorer, adventurer, like an Indiana Jones type, and she used to go on adventures with him, but now she's just a photographer, just a photographer. She just wants to live a normal life in this crazy world full of like monsters and talking clocks and all sorts of craziness. And she finds out her family has secrets, and hijinks ensue because she's getting attacked from all sides. She doesn't even know why. And this one, it gets serious. Like, we left off number 2 with a missile flying at her apartment, and yeah. Then we continue from there. It's Joe Keatinge makes really fun comics, and also makes really violent image comics that are also fun. So this is well in that realm. Just good fun action adventure comics, which I like. I'm out of single issues, so I'm gonna talk about something else. Getting stretched for it. Let's do this. New thing. Alright, I'm back, and I'm in the same exact position. Fancy that. So, I just got done talking about Shudder, the new comic from Joe Keatinge and Layla Del Duca. I always have to look at the name because I keep forgetting. So Joe Keatinge rules. He's a cool guy. He makes fun comics. Like he loves himself some superheroes, and it shows in his work. Like he keeps finding new ways to like make superheroes fresh and fun and exciting. So I'm going to talk about a few of his books that I am a fan of. First of all, his first Marvel work, Morbius the Living Vampire. Yeah, he did a short but fun run on a Morbius title that quickly got canceled, unfortunately, because I was the only person who read it. And yeah, it's just that vampire guy from Spider-Man in a like crappy small town, like overrun with gangs, so he has to fight a bunch of gangs. Like just gets right into it. He bites some people, he beats some people up. There's some supervillains. Little appearance from Dr. Octopus Spider-Man, the superior variety of the Spider-Man. Just really fun, really clever stuff. Like it's worth checking out, especially if you can find the single issues. We have the trade, which compiles the complete series, the Amazing Spider-Man 699.1 special, and the first 9 issues of the series. So the whole thing, all in one volume. But he's best known as a guy who does stuff for Image Comics. One thing, hell yeah. This one's super duper fun. Like only 5 issues came out of it, which is unfortunate because I want more of it. I want so much more of it because it's about this like young superhero whose like parents were superheroes, like the first generation of superheroes at that. And yeah, it's like hardcore superhero universe stuff. There's like multiple universes and like superhero bands and people on the moon. Yeah, you keep seeing like different iterations of himself from other worlds, like getting murdered. It's crazy. Like, I'm really excited for the day we get more of it because it's pretty fun. Yeah, just a good $10 trade. Hell yeah, Volume 1, Last Day on Earth. Pretty good. Now, the best thing he's done is Glory, which it's drawn by Ross Campbell. It reboots. It doesn't even reboot. It carries on the story of the Rob Liefeld creation Glory, which was a kind of a Wonder Woman knockoff. I don't think it ever had any fans. Like people weren't clamoring for it like Youngblood or anything. But Joe Keatinge and Ross Campbell brought it back, like continued the story. So. And they decided to redraw Glory so that she is gigantic. Like, let me find you a good picture of it, because, damn, yeah. Like, she progressively gets bigger and her size keeps changing as the series progresses. Like, in the flashback, she's, like, pretty tall, like, supermodel tall. And then, like, in the present day scenes, she is, like, hulking, and, yeah. Like, that's kind of Ross Campbell's thing, not the hulking women, but the fact that, like, he understands that you can draw different body types for different people, and that's okay. And he does it with all of the characters. Everyone looks different. Everyone feels different. Like, it's not just the artist drawing the same body type over and over and over, which is kind of boring and kind of lame. super well drawn. Like, I really love the art. It's super violent, so that's always good. Like, it gets nasty. And the cast is predominantly female, which is really cool. Like, I love when books do that. Especially when they're, like, just hardcore superhero stuff. Like, there's so much you can do. And this shows it off. Yeah, it's collected in trades. The series is all done. But they're all being compiled into one thick hardcover, which is certainly worth your money, because it is awesome. It's so good. And characters from Youngblood appear in it, so A+. Pretty cool, right? I think so. And I also think I am done, so I will catch you later. See you next week. Hopefully Matt will be here. If not, it'll just be me again, because I own the camera. That's my right as an American. It is also my right to turn off the camera.